Presented by Gillette Mach 3 Turbo is brought to you by Radio Shack. Hey, race into your neighborhood, Radio Shack now, and enter the Call Your Driver sweepstakes. You could win a dream trip to the Samsung Radio Shack 500, even a new car. Enter today at Radio Shack. Lap 253, let's bring you up to date with what's happened this afternoon here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Jeff Gordon passing for the lead here as Ryan Newman got off to the quick start. Gordon led for 38 laps. Tony Stewart passed him. Stewart led for more than 100 laps. Matt Kenseth, points leader, has problems trying to pit. Jeff Hammond
trying to make a green flag stop, coming a little bit hot. Rear brakes locked up on it. Round he went, cost him a lap early on.
The violation of the commitment line, the official rule. Meanwhile, good racing buddies Tony Stewart and Dale Earnhardt Jr. bumped. No harm, no foul. And Casey Mears in his Dodge, the 41 car, passing Stewart for the lead. But then Mears having problems in the pits. His crew 18 seconds, so they lose the lead. Ryan Newman took over. Then Jeremy Mayfield taking the lead. And we're back racing under green with Mayfield leading, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Ryan Newman. And you're up to date. Let's head back upstairs, rejoin Larry, Darrell, and Mike.
Thanks, Chris. Jeremy Mayfield is the leader. 3 Dodges in the front 4. He leads Earnhardt Jr., Newman, and Mears. The free pass car was Ward Burton. He pitted too soon. NASCAR had him come back in and pit again under that caution, so he did restart at the tail end of the longest line. He is 14th, the last car on the lead lap. It's Mayfield, Jr., Newman, Mears, and Jimmy Johnson in 5th, inside of Casey Mears.
Hey, that's another car that has really done a good job. Chad Knaus and that group, the 48 car of Jimmy Johnson, they've kept up with the racetrack. They've been back there from about 5th to 12th all day long.
And I think you see that little orange tape on the nose there. They put a little tape on the grill as the temperatures went down. They were able to do that. That gives a little bit more downforce. And he looks pretty racy right now coming here with less than 70 laps to go.
We should also give Chad Knaus some credit for his management on pit road as well. He's played the part of traffic reporter of the pits. Overcautious, and can you blame him after last week's collision with Kevin LePage? And now the 48 car a touch too tight as it came in for its last stop. Got an air pressure adjustment, especially that right front, and they bumped up the spoiler. So far, no complaints from Jimmy on this run.
Casey Kane with Matt Kenseth, the point leader, coming into the picture, and the 41 of Casey Mears. Now, Larry, they stopped with about 75 laps to go. Will that be their last stop today?
I was going to say the plot has thickened here. It was going to, without that caution, it was going to even out to where everybody could do it on one more stop. They can only run about 55 to 60 laps on fuel. Everyone's going to be short. So the question will be fuel, right side tires. Side tires have been working mighty hard too. Matt Yoakum, what are they saying in Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s pits?
2 issues for Dale Jr., Larry Mack. One, he said when he was on pit road, the car is filling up with smoke for some reason. Other than that, I like the way it's handling. The other bad news, he is 10 laps shy on fuel.
But I think everyone is. I don't think anyone, Darrell has taught me, never say never, but basically on walking through the garage this morning, no one can come close to running 77 laps on fuel.
I might even agree with you on that one, Larry.
I figured.
But you don't have to get the calculator out. There's going to be one more caution.
It's standing by, though. I have to work on it.
I'll let you know.
Junior giving a little wave to Robbie Gordon. Thank you for letting me go. Gordon is not on the lead lap. Junior is.
That's a nice 5-digit wave.
Tony Stewart coming back. Passing Casey Mears for 7th place. Steve Burns on Stewart.
Hey, Mike, 4 laps before the caution came out, Tony Stewart told his team this thing is plowing so badly we're going to knock the fence down. He said it's like a skateboard off turn 2. When he came to pit road, what they worked on was pulling out a fender that was banged in.
And that would be the fender that got banged in, the left front fender here with Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the front stretch. And like Darrell pointed out, I think 2 things has went against them. That left front fender plus the racetrack cooling down, changing the handling conditions.
Just hard to believe you can get out there and lead the race like that and have a minor little incident with someone, and now you can't drive it. That's how sensitive these things are.
Yeah, it speeds at 180, 190 miles per hour with that front end. Very, very sensitive, especially those front fenders.
Jeremy Mayfield out front, his last victory, Pocono in 2000, when he passed Dale Earnhardt on the last lap.
And you know, his future with this race team, the middle of last year, was very unknown. This team really came to life as we watched the battle right here between Casey Mears and Greg Biffle for 8th. That team came to life. All of a sudden, everything's good again.
I tell you, I think that's the thing that a Casey Kane brings to a race team like Ray Evernham's. Youth and excitement. It filters right through the whole organization. And when they started talking about Kane was going to come in and drive the 9 car, Ray was miserable last year. Up until all of a sudden things clicked and turned. And now look at him. He's sitting up on that toolbox cheering his team on.
I tell you who's cheering also is Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s fans. All of them are standing here as he goes up there to battle Jeremy Mayfield for the lead of this race.
Yeah, Junior's going to be okay if his car will stay good. It seems like he falls off more than some of the other guys does as the run goes along.
Friday after qualifying, Junior sounded a little tired and a little frustrated. He mentioned he hadn't been home in 2 weeks. Appearances, testing, and then the problems at Las Vegas. But he doesn't sound tired right now as he goes for the lead.
No problems right now. Let's see who's going to lead this lap. I believe Jeremy Mayfield will still lead it, but I think if Dale Earnhardt Jr. can get the run down into turn 1 on the bottom, he should be able to complete the pass off turn 2.
It'll be close.
His car right now on fresh tires, Darrell, like you said, gets such a bite when he puts that throttle down off the corner.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. guns the Bud Chevy into the lead over Jeremy Mayfield, Ryan Newman, Jimmy Johnson, and Casey Kane.
You could have a dash panel made from the same